Hi! Welcome back to my channel. Hold on. What in the world? I am back. Hi. I went on vacation. It's been a nice few weeks. I am back. I'm so excited for today. I have so much to talk about. I got my new lighting. I don't know how it looks. I guess I'll find out. I mean, I'm looking at it right now and it looks okay. Literally these lights are so bright that it blinds you for a second. So that's what happens when you pay a low amount of money for some filming lights. So today is just gonna be another get ready with me, more like a catch up with me because I have lots to talk about. So if you wanna see what I do today, what I talk about, then keep on watching. So let's address the elephant in the room. Yes, this is not my ring I had on before. This is a different ring, an engagement ring. Yeah, so while I was away on my fabulous vacation, we got engaged. Ugh. Your girl's getting married! I'm super excited. This is basically a new chapter of my life. I'm feeling so much better. I will get into that later. I'm now wearing nails. They are the cheapest press-on nails I've ever used, or ever. Have I used press-on nails before? I don't think so. This one is about to fall off. This one's about to fall off. And this one, I just messed up now trying to set up my lighting. So, fabulous. As you can tell, I've done my brows. Looking thick as always, because that's just what I do. And today, the focus is none other the Jackie. Oh, that was cringy. Okay, I'm playing with this palette. I'm sorry. I know the past like a million videos I've been using Anastasia palettes. Obviously, as we all know, Anastasia has one of the best eyeshadow formulas out there right now. They're amazing. So when I saw that my girl Jackie, who is one of my favorite YouTubers by the way, was coming out with a palette, I was like, I'm buying that. I don't care if I don't care. I'm buying it. Like this beauty. Now don't mind her because this is not a first impressions. I mean, some stuff I'm using, I don't think I'm using anything new today. Just to chat with me kind of thing. Kudos to you, Jackie. This palette is amazing. I haven't seen anything like this at all, like on the market whatsoever. There's nothing like this right now. So I've already played around with some of the shades. I've swatched almost every single one. I am not going to swatch them for you. I'm sorry. I can't actually because these stupid ass nails are just getting everywhere. I might actually rip them off after this video. I think I'm going to base my look around when she revealed this palette. So this is so pretty. I'm sorry. Look at it. I hope my lighting looks okay. I can't even look at these lights because I will literally go blind. First things first, I need to prime. So I have my my Dior primer that's kind of like the paint pot, except I really can't dip my nails in this because I keep on like stabbing it. Oh god, this is why I can't do nails. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, I actually did like on my Insta stories a look with this palette already because I literally couldn't resist. Like I was so excited. I'm like, I'm playing with this palette today. I don't care what anyone says. And it was so beautifully pigmented. I went a little bit too heavy. I didn't realize how pigmented this palette was. So I definitely recommend if you're not trying to be super dramatic to like just lightly dip, you know, your brush in. Just don't go crazy. Also, what I've noticed about this lighting, I know I'm jumping around a lot. I did not write down a list of things I want to talk about. Sometimes I have to do that because one, I went to school for film, so I'm used to like organizing this kind of stuff. And if I don't do that, then I'm just kind of jumping around like I am right now. So here I am, unprepared as always. Where was I going with that? I'm floored right now. Like I'm so excited. My brain is on another planet. Like I literally was driving earlier for my workout session and I literally drove to the wrong location. So let me talk a little bit about my vacation. I left in the middle of August and we drove. It was about 6.5 to 7 hours. And we get there, and I've never been to the Outer Banks before. Did I say this was in the Outer Banks? So we went to the Outer Banks, which is in North Carolina. I live in the Philadelphia area, and a lot of people in this area, you may know this already, go to the Jersey Shore. That's never been my thing. I mean, it's fun to go with your friends if you're trying to get lit, but that's about it. That's all the Jersey Shore is good for. I'm not a big fan. My family never went on vacations there. We actually went to like places that people would never really go to. Like for a little bit we went to Maine on vacation. We eventually started to go to another North Carolina beach called Emerald Isle for many years, which is a little bit more southbound than the Outer Banks. So it was kind of the same idea, which was nice. And Pat's family used to always go to Outer Banks. We actually made the reservations almost a year ago. It was so relaxing though. The beach was gorgeous. There wasn't like a ton of people, which was nice. And like, yeah, it was just so relaxing. I made sure I went to the beach as much as possible. I wore my SPF, ladies, so don't come for me. I do have a real tan right now. Like, she used to be a pale princess, but now I don't know who she is. Oh God, it was so well deserved. I had a rough past couple months and like I just needed to get away. Fun fact, I completely forgot to say this before. Jackie and Aina got proposed to the day before I did. So it was meant to be Jackie. We're best friends and you don't know it yet, but we are best friends. We did it on the beach, which is, I love the beach, so totally cool. And it was like during the sunset, but actually I don't even think the sun set. I think there was still sunlight because a photographer was there the whole time. The moments leading up to that, we both knew what was going on. So he was doing his speech and I'm sitting there like, oh my God, like this is it, like this is happening. And I was being Lauren because I'm weird. I obviously said yes. I also was laughing hysterically because that's how I am. I'm gonna look up Jackie's video and I'm not gonna like do one of those like screen grabs and like have it in the video. And I'm gonna try my best to mimic it. Jackie. We're best friends, it's fine. Best friends get proposed to at the same time.
It's called pinker, you know, pinker. So I'm gonna start first by kind of stippling it on.
All right, so this is gonna be a little bit more dramatic on me. I'm gonna literally use the lightest touch. And I need to clean off my brush. I'm never prepared for this. Where did my tissue go? I think my tissue's right here. I hope that's not a snot tissue. Yep, that's a snot tissue. Where the f did my tissue go? Oh, there it is. What am I talking about? I don't even know. Can I get it together? I'm gonna actually start out with ginger. I am gonna go with that pinker shade in a second. But ginger is that kind of like light brown. All right, I'm just gonna take that in my crease. I can't even tell you how many people reached out to me, how many people actually called me to congratulate me, which is so sweet. And I didn't realize how much support I actually had up until, I mean, I've always known, but it's just like when something like life-changing happens to you and like how people just come around and like so sweet and just send me very sweet messages and comments and calling me and texting me, like that stuff means so much to me. And especially when you're not feeling the best about yourself. Thank you so much to everybody who had reached out or even liked my post. Like that's just so sweet. Thank you. So went to the beach pretty much every day. Like that beach life though, like amazing. I drank my first White Claw while I was away, which was exciting, I guess. I actually am a big vodka seltzer kind of girl, so I didn't know what White Claw was. Like I live under a rock, okay? So I really didn't know what White Claw was, and somebody literally recommended it to me. I had a routine, so me and Pat would bring out our cooler and we would sit on the beach and we would drink. He would drink his beers, I would drink my White Claw, I would tan, I was under the umbrella, I would reapply SPF on him and me. He got really burned though because he's got real Irish skin. I'm half Italian and I have, my other half is a mixture of a lot of white. So I can burn pretty easily, like depending if I'm being careful. All right, I'm gonna take that chance and go in with that pinker shade now, kind of what Jackie was doing. So it's actually not a pink shade, it's more like that, it's that maroon shade. She did it on her outer corner first. And then she just went ahead and blended it out. Yeah, that was the gist of like what I did in the mornings. And we were oceanfront, by the way, so we got a little condo right on the oceanfront, which was so nice. Like that's all I wanted. Food there is just so good. Like I can't even put that into words. Like it was so good. We had delicious food. A few times, I think only twice actually, we cooked at home just to save money, but we were mostly there to like go out to eat and like eat pigs all week, and not worry about our healthier lifestyle, which I haven't talked to you guys that much about that yet, and I'm gonna get into that after I'm done vacation talk. I'm gonna talk a lot in this video, so hope you don't mind. Went out to eat almost every single night. Actually, the best meal we had was at this place called Tail of the Whale, and that was actually the night that we got engaged. I mean, the food was so good. I don't know if I'm like in my head it's because I got engaged that day, or I don't know. In my brain, it was delicious. I think we took home dessert. Yes, it was so good, oh my God. And then there was about 2 or 3 days we decided instead of going to the beach that we were going to do something else instead. Second or third day there, we decided to go to this distillery, a local distillery, and do like a rum tasting. And oh my God, I never done a rum tasting before. It was about like a 2 hour, 1 hour, somewhere around there, 1.5 hour tour of this distillery, and they kind of went into the background of it and how they were like just 4 friends literally working in this distillery, and they completely renovated like the building. It was incredible. Then they took us to the back area where they actually make the rum, and they don't climate control in there for some reason, something to do with making the rum. It's so hot in there. I'm used to that kind of temperature, especially like working at McDonald's about, you know, years ago, and how hot it was. This girl almost passed out. Like, she started to get a little, but I made sure I was fanning myself, I was drinking water, and it wasn't that hot out there, but I guess, you know, some people just can't handle that. And I felt really bad for her because it's kind of embarrassing, but after that we got to take 3 little baby shots of their most popular rum. That was fun. And then we did a wine tasting. Oh my God, I love wine so much. Like, I'm almost 30, can you tell?
This color, Wigglies, right there. Wigglies, Wigglies, like she's
Wigglies. So going into Wigglies now on my lid. Interesting combo for sure. I'm not gonna lie, that was my first vacation in probably like 5 years. Don't ever cheat yourself out of going on vacation, guys. Like, I can't even stress that enough. Like, I learned a valuable lesson of life, and you kind of do have to remove yourself from work and home, because some people do a staycation. That's always been my thing. I do take off about once a year, maybe like 4 or 5 days just to have a staycation and just stay at home, which is cool and all, but you kind of just, after a while, that just gets old. Like, you need more than that.
Credit and blend that in the outer V. I do this on the days where I'm feeling a little bit more like I want to be ready for a business meeting. So I'm taking credit.
Okay.
And
well, we're gonna do the brown. Let me get my favorite blending brush for that kind of stuff. Hello, where are you? Oh my God, I have such a funny story to tell you guys. Once I find this damn brush. About an hour ago, I was starting to get ready for this video, and I was rewatching one of my last videos because I needed to know what specifically I was talking about so that I didn't either repeat myself, or if there was something I didn't mention that I could mention it to you guys. So I'm watching my own video, and if you remember my last video, I was asking Siri a question about a foundation that I was gonna try that wasn't gonna work out for me. Literally in this video, literally watching it on my phone. In the video, I'm talking to Siri, and obviously to talk to Siri, you say, "Hey Siri." Okay, we're good. So in the video, I said that. Literally, right when it said that, my phone lights up, even though it was already lit up from the video, and goes, "Yes." Like, I shit myself, but I actually didn't. But still, I was like, my heart started pounding. Like, I actually got scared. Like, what is wrong with you, Apple? Like, that is not okay. Like, that isn't even, like, yes, it's my voice, but it wasn't me saying it, was the video of me saying it. And then I started yelling at it from across the room, and I said, "Why the would you do that?" And then it started saying, "Because," or something weird. Like, it had a really weird response, and I was like, I'm scared. Like, I'm actually scared, and I think I'm gonna die. So as you saw, I'm going in with that credit shade on my outer V, as Jackie did. It's looking really pretty. I mean, I'm glad I went in with that initial lighter shade so it wouldn't be like too drastic. So I kind of want to briefly talk about mental health. And I don't like talking about this too much because it's very, very personal to everybody, and everybody has their own things going on, and you just really never know what somebody's going through. And honestly, if you're feeling like super, super down and you just feel like there's nothing you can do right and you just have trouble leaving home and stuff, it's a good time to seek some help. And I'm speaking out of my experiences. I don't want to go into like total because I'm feeling great right now. Like I don't want to go too deep into that, but this vacation mattered so much to me because of that. And the past few months have been like the hardest months mentally for me, and I had to take a step back and was like, okay, it's time to do something about this and feel better about myself. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being angry, and I'm tired of being tired, and that's something I'm still working on for sure. But sometimes you gotta take a step back and just kind of realize like what's better for you and what's not working for you. Safe to say, I'm feeling excellent now, and I'm feeling more motivated to like make YouTube videos, which I'm not gonna go back into my 1 video a week thing, because when I did that, that was a very bad time for me too. Like that was just too much with working a full-time job. If this was my full-time job, it would be obviously easier, but that's not a thing for me. And these nails are about to rip off any minute. Like, oh my God.
And just look at the blendability of it all, the non-patchiness of it all. So what you do is you would take Supreme, starting in the inner.
I'm gonna take a smaller brush. In the video, she uses a much bigger brush. She went in with Supreme, which was the pink shade, and that, when I saw her doing that, I was like, that is crazy, and I trust you for that. So I think she started in the inner corner first. And I'm using a much smaller brush because I have a very heavy hand, and I feel like if I went with like a different brush, it might have just ruined it completely. So I just don't want to go over my other blending I just did. And I guess I take it out here too. I'm just kind of doing it, but you can see the difference. Like there is an absolute difference, and it is softer looking now. There is minimal fallout, and I know there's like this constant talk about fallout, about whether you like it or not. Like, if you're not doing your foundation first, who cares?
I'm gonna take a brown liner and pop that into my waterline.
Jackie went in with a brown eyeliner, but I actually don't own a brown one because that's just never been my thing. So she went in with the Urban Decay one, and this is my current favorite anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and just line my eyes.
Favorite part, going back to credit, we're going to ever so lightly stipple that as close.
So she went ahead and did her bottom lash line. However, I have to do my foundation first. So this looks bomb. Oh my God, I didn't even put a primer on. Who am I? Going in with the Milk Primer. As always, I'm gonna have to sit here for a minute and just wait for it to soak in, because this primer needs to soak in before you just go immediately in. I give it about like 2 minutes, so without getting it on my ring, I'm gonna put it the areas where I feel like I need more grip and maybe a little bit more hydration. While we wait for that to sit, I just wanted to kind of tell you guys about me and Pat's current journey, which we've been doing since January. I slightly mentioned it maybe in a few videos ago. I've been feeling very motivated lately, so I wanted to talk about it today. We decided, because we were at our heaviest, to seek help to get healthy again. And our eating habits have been kind of out of whack for like a long time now. You know, it is very true. You do seem to gain weight when you're with somebody you truly love and you're truly happy with, and you know, just eating is a good hobby that I have, and I still love eating to this day, obviously. Basically, we hired a trainer who Pat has actually worked with a few years ago, and she also is a nutritionist, so she is amazing. She's helped me and Pat so much. We do couples training, and then sometimes I like to see her by myself because it's just so it's a little bit easier with my schedule sometimes. So here and there we'll go together, and it's been so great. So she gives us nutrition advice as well as working out advice. I see her a few times a week, and then we see her a few times about once a month to get our weigh-in, and we do like a monthly weigh-in. It's like super fun because it's, you know how women's bodies are. It's really hard to lose weight, and just seeing the scale finally go down was definitely a highlight of this year, because like doing that by myself, before I met Pat, I was big on going to the gym, and I've always enjoyed going to the gym, but once we started getting more serious, it became a little bit more lazy and a little bit more eating. We didn't know where to start, and so it's been a journey. Pat has lost so much weight, it's like unbelievable, but I think I've lost around like almost 25 pounds, and you might be able to tell, you might not. I mean, I'm not showing my body, so I also just got back from vacation, so I'm hoping that I didn't gain that much weight before my weigh-in. But I've just been feeling a lot better about myself, which is kind of why my mental state was kind of still, you know, all over the place. Is that Molly or is that my dumbass neighbors? I have no idea. I'm a very deep shade for my normal and I have no idea, and these lights are not helping, what my shade is. I think I'm gonna try this one first. I do not like using Dior, and I'll tell you why, because it breaks me out like crazy. It's fragrances break me out like crazy. I'm gonna try this Tarte brush because my Sephora brush is like ridiculously dirty right now and it's like so caked up. So I'm gonna try this first, and if it sucks, I'm gonna switch. I'm actually using this, it's a little baby size, but it's a Dior foundation. It's the Forever. I don't even know if they make this anymore, and I know Sephora got rid of it a few years ago, and it was actually one of my favorites. But I'm gonna shade match myself real quick. That looks a little bit lighter than I thought it was gonna be. God, the fragrance that comes out of this is disgusting. Wait. Oh my God, this is... Okay, so that first one I just went in with was actually the Forever one. That one is not discontinued. What was I thinking? This one, this Dior Star they got rid of. A little pink, but I might be able to fix it. I actually don't like this brush that much. In fact, I'm gonna swap that out. I think it's soaking up some of my product, which this multitasker brush from Sephora collection always, I feel like, has more coverage. And I've been doing this a lot more lately. First, before I go in with my beauty blender, because I've noticed I've been liking that finish more, so my beauty blender doesn't soak everything up, which obviously we know that's a thing with any sponge that soaks up. So except for that stupid sponge from, God, I cannot remember. I talked about it before though, but I hate that brush. I mean, why do I keep saying brush? I hate that sponge so much. The microfiber brush. Oh my God. Let me just stop talking. I'm gonna have so many pimples after this. I cannot wait. It is hard to put foundation on after you've done your brows, but like this is something I've always done. I'm gonna go in with my blender. See, the one thing about having good lighting, it brings out like every little thing that you just don't want to see. You know, sometimes it's better to do your makeup in good lighting because then you can see what you're really doing. On vacation, we had a 2-bedroom condo and I wanted to use the second bedroom as my makeup room, and that room had the worst lighting in the world. Like, I can't even describe it because it was just so horrific. Every time I did my makeup, like, it didn't look horrible, but my contour looked a lot more harsh because I couldn't really see what I was doing. So I think I'm gonna, is this gonna be too light? Oh, that's actually not that bad. I thought it was gonna be lighter. This is the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Concealer in shade 2. And it's supposed to be very full coverage, so I've only been using this to shape my brows. It's a different kind of doe foot applicator. Like, I can't even describe it properly. Like, and I'm assuming it has a matte finish. I think it has fragrance in it too. So like, my skin's just completely gonna be screwed. Like, and actually something I've been doing lately, and it's gonna make me a little nervous to do this, but I've been doing the Jackie technique, and that is to let it dry down a little bit before I start blending it out. So I don't know if that's gonna work with this one because this one is more of a matte, and like the one she likes is this guy, and I don't know how this is gonna work, so we will see. Okay. So I don't know what is wrong with my beauty blender today, but this is not working out. Oh my God, it dried completely down. That, Jackie, I'm sorry, but I just made your technique look like ridiculous. That technique may just only work when, oh my God, this beauty blender must be too wet. I'm so sick of this. I'm sick and tired of this beauty blender. I love you, but I hate you. Like, better things are happening. It is a very quick drying concealer. I should not have let that dry down. So yeah, my complexion isn't living its best life. Like, why the hell does it look so good on camera, but like I'm looking at it in real life, like, and it just doesn't look good. So that's fine. I think your favorite YouTuber does that, so. But everybody has their issues with their skin or whatever it may be, and it may look way more bomb on camera, but it may not actually be more bomb. So there's that. So Molly did not go on vacation with us, obviously. We had Pat's dad, who lives literally in the same apartment complex, check on Molly, and he has the tendency to spoil the cats, which is fine. But man, when we came home, Molly was in full effect, like full annoying effect in that matter. And she still is. We've been home for a few, almost a week now. She has been more clingy than she ever usually is, which is surprisingly not like her, but it is at the same time. And I've been just trying to hide from her, to be honest. Love her to death, but Jesus. I do need some space sometimes, and usually with a cat, which is a part of the reason why I don't have a dog, is because cats do give you your own space, but not this cat. So right now I'm going in with the milk powder. It's a medium powder. So I'm hoping this will make my face a little bit darker. I've been doing this lately anyway, so. Because the Kat Von D powder I was just using is a little bit light, so I like it under the eyes, but not so much like all over the face. I actually really love this milk powder. Like, I wish I had it in a lighter shade so I could use it under my eyes too. But it is so blurring and very, very pretty. These little baby hairs are driving me crazy. Stay up there. It must be a pattern with like me making YouTube videos, but whenever my lips are super chapped, I decide to make a YouTube video. So you're gonna have to excuse my lips again. Oh, that's bad. I really wanted to go in with the actual lipstick today, but I might not be able to. So now I'm gonna go in with bronzer, and I always use, well, I've been going back and forth between Hoola and this Anastasia one, because the Hoola is showing up very cool tone on me lately, and I'm not really sure why. And this one is nice and all, but sometimes it can look a little, it looks more red undertone in the pan, but I don't really know if it is. I think it's supposed to be neutral too. And as always, I go with my forehead. And I've been trying not to go right here on my temples lately, because I've noticed that it kind of, I don't know, it's like overkill almost. Like, it's like too much bronzing, and I guess it was just, I got a little carried away for a while there, because I've been doing the whole contouring my forehead for like maybe a year now. The fun part about makeup is you can always, one, there's not really any rules. Like, there are some rules, but there's not at the same time. So, I mean, if you switch up, there's nothing wrong with that. I go back and forth. Like, most of my routine has stayed the same, but here and there, like, I started baking more recently, and it just really depends on my mood. Oh, and I forgot to go with brow gel. This is not sponsored by Anastasia, but good lord, I'm using this bronzer from Anastasia, brow gel, palette, what else? I didn't get my hands on the foundation yet, and I think I'm gonna be getting it soon. I just didn't feel like, I should have made a sample, but I didn't. So now is the time I brush off this baked girl, like, let's do this. And it's probably gonna look super dry because I probably overbaked. Yeah, this has been happening to me lately. It doesn't even show up on camera, but I swear to God, I have a huge dry patch right where my, let me show you. This might be the concealer's fault, I don't know, but this happened to me the other day. But let me show you the uncomfortable side of Lauren. So I have right around here, it's so dry. Sometimes setting spray can really help you out with that, because in the winter time I probably won't be baking that much, but I crease so much underneath my eyes that I kind of have to bake. Back to the Jackie video, she started to go in with some colors underneath her eyes. This is the, I paused it on that and like, I'm sorry.
Credit, we're going to ever so lightly stipple that as close to the lash line as you possibly can, because you really don't want this to be the start of the show. The party's up here.
She went in with that credit shade again, which is that deep chocolate brown, and she basically was saying to do it as close to the waterline as possible. That kind of looks cute. I kind of like that super blown out look. Yes. And I'm not doing wing liner today, guys. I would have done that already, as you know, because I can't do things without putting my hand on my face.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take pinker first, start smoking out that brown, and then on top of that, I'm gonna put Supreme on top of that, like double blend, no blend. When it comes to the bottom lash line, I like to work from darkest to light.
Interesting. So Jackie's technique is going darkest to lightest, as she just said in the video. For me, I always go lightest to darkest because I always blend out my lightest shade as low as possible, and then I go in deeper and deeper. So I found that very interesting. I'm not questioning her at all because I'm gonna do it. So I'm mixing these two shades, Pinker and Supreme. So I'm gonna take this brush again, just kind of run it down here just to make sure everything looks like good.
Off the outer ring will be Supreme. And as you can see, I'm just stippling that.
Oh, okay. I messed up. So she didn't mix the shades. I mixed the shades like a weirdo. She went in with her in the inner with Pinker and the outer with Supreme, but I mean, it's fine. And I'm definitely gonna be posting the Jackie video in this description because this is inspired by her. In fact, this is her look, so with her palette. So I don't want any issues, Jackie, please. Please be my best friend.
Like I said, you took Supreme as that final bottom layer, but once we get the lash line, I think you'll really see it come together. I don't think I want to do top liner. Maybe just like a line of credit along.
So she put on lashes. I am not doing lashes, as I never do. I'm going in with a mascara, but it's gonna just lift my lashes so it looks like I'm wearing lashes.
I'm gonna take a dash of Soleil, the lightest color on the palette.
So I'm going in with that Soleil color, which is actually, if you watched my Instagram, I used this Soleil color as my lid color, so, which on me, that looks great as a lid color. So we'll see how this looks in the inner corner. Oh, not bad. Her video so far is at 10 minutes and mine's probably at like 3 hours. I love Jackie. I'm so glad I discovered her on YouTube, because sometimes you get kind of stuck with your same YouTubers and then you're like, I need somebody new. And I found her, or I discovered her a few years ago, I think. I've been watching her for a while now. This is just amazing. Thank you. And this packaging, thank you. Like, let's go on with the rest of my face, finally. God, I always use the same highlighter. It's so boring. All right, I'm throwing it back. I'm gonna go in with, actually, I've never used Mimosa as a highlighter before because I've always been too light. And I actually really like this ABH Cosmetics brush for highlighting now. Like, I use all my brushes, but this one is a little bit more precise when it comes to highlighting, and I enjoy that. Especially when highlighting like my nose. Just making sure I'm hitting the right spots, you know? I think it's a little bit too dark, so I'm thinking I'm gonna go in with that Crushed Pearl shade and just kind of I always forget about all these other highlighters I have. I'm always like, I use the same highlighters, but I keep finding more and more highlighters in here, and I'm like, oh yeah, oh my god, help! I had to put my Sephora wipes into like a baggie because I didn't realize I bought it and it had a hole in it. Like, are you stupid? Like, are you, is this amateur hour? Jackie. And I'm just gonna go and mix those two peach shades right there. My reason why I go with blush second between contouring and highlighting, because it blends it together and kind of diffuses the highlighter a little bit. I'm doing what I always do and going with like a little bit of a contour shade from a different palette. Some more powder again. And I just do this just to kind of bring everything together. Going with Kat Von D setting spray. Try to make my dryness go away. This is my favorite trick. After you spray your face and your highlighter's not popping enough for you. Boom. Boom. So I'm going in with the lip liner from Bite. It's number 8. I don't know if they still make this, but it's just a light pink because the lip shade I'm going in with is more pinky. She's left me alone this entire video. And then...
Until now. In a world where Molly doesn't shut the f up.
Oh, that's this world. Lip liner's on. I'm going in with NARS Orgasm. I noticed Jackie likes this shade. I saw her use it and I think it was a Get Ready With Me on Instagram. My camera died, so I had to take a little break-roo. Now, I'm gonna go in with some mascara. So first I'm gonna go in with my usual Marc Jacobs. I'm about to run out of this, but the NARS Climax mascara. This is literally my favorite mascara. It's just so volumizing and it's also lengthening. And I'm gonna go in on my bottom lash line. Lit. Thank you so much for watching. That's all I have for you. I talked so much. This video is probably gonna be like 5 hours long at this point. I have no idea. Like, I will talk to you all very, very soon. Bye.